Right, in entertainment news now. So this is a bit, it's a bit of a kick in the bollocks for people who like Destiny 2. I'm not a big Destiny fan personally.
Me neither.
So Bungie and the Destiny 2 situation gets worse. So I think they've been having layoffs. Now, Sony bought Bungie and they promised something about not laying off people. Apparently, they've laid off like 100 employees, which is terrible. Terrible. So I'm just going to read out this story, which I think I got from Forbes. From Forbes. While Bungie wide-reaching layoffs occurred on Monday, Tuesday was all about making sense of the mess and uncovering new information about what happened and why and how was linked to the performance of Destiny 2 specifically. Well, they only really do Destiny 2, don't
Yeah.
they? I don't think they do any other game. I know they've got another game coming out, which is an old game that they're remaking or something. He says he spoke with sources, as did IGN and Bloomberg. The picture painted through all of it is rough to see, especially if you're an avid player of Bungie games, including Destiny. Here's the information that was uncovered yesterday about how this went down and what on earth is going on over there. So I'm just going to read out a couple of bullet points about this, and then me and TJ will wax lyrical about it. While owned by Sony, Bungie continued to operate as an independent arm. A wider Sony ask for spending cuts resulting in Bungie deciding on a large number of layoffs. Estimates say around 100 employees, which is about 8% of the company. With them deciding who was laid off and how that process unfolded, going back on what was said a year and a half ago, that the acquisition would not mean layoffs. Sony is not replacing anyone with internal employees, but some of the cut roles may now be outsourced entirely. So if you're going to outsource, why can't you just keep the people on? Because you're still going to have to pay for the outsourcing.
No, you're not. No, you're not. They're geniuses.
Right.
We're going to come on to another game very, very shortly, and the development company Fnatic, when they were releasing this game,
I remember this.
they got volunteers, unpaid volunteers to help finish their game. Bungie is going to be looking for them unpaid volunteers. I'm like, yeah, we'll get rid of their paid ones and we get some unpaid interns and we get them to develop our games. It's totally fine. Like it's going to work. It's fine.
That's fine. It's not going to cut any quality at all.
I was just looking through the list of Bungie games, and obviously you've got Destiny, Destiny 2, Halo 3, Halo 2, Halo Reach. There's nothing on here that nothing really like Myth 2. Yeah, don't know what they are. Marathon. No. Yeah, no.
Marathons, I think they're new game that they're.
Oh, is it?
I think.
Well, they've got two: Marathon Infinity and Marathon 2. No, Marathon. Sorry, Marathon 2 and Marathon Infinity.
I think Infinity might be the new one. I'm not sure. I know
got released in 1996.
I think they are remaking it or something.
But yeah, I know you said they're remaking. I mean, like Destiny 2, Lance Reddick died. So probably no one wants to play it no more. Let's be honest.
Big Steve will be upset about that. Fuck you, Big Steve. I'm joking.
Yeah, sorry, Big Steve.
Really.
Sorry, Big Steve, but yeah, pile of crap. Yeah, it's sad, it's bad, but like, let's just hope that these employees can find work elsewhere, and there's another company that will take them on.
Yeah, because I mean, they've got. Don't get me wrong, Bungie are a quality studio, or at least they were when I was playing Halo and Halo sequential releases. I didn't mind Destiny, but my problem with Destiny is it's just a money churner. It's a live service game, and everyone knows my feelings on live service games. He says spending a fortune.
I was going to say hello, Star Citizen. What are you on, Matt?
Just you. So I'm not really keen on live service games. I mean, I play MMOs, obviously, which is a live service, but it's a different kind of live service. These are, shooter games. It's just like it's rinse and repeat. So you go and do like 4 missions, then you do 4 missions again, then you go and do a raid, which is 8 hours to 6 hours long, which is just too much time in one thing for me personally. So I've never been, they had that big spurt and they sort of Destiny come out to massive applause and then everyone was rushing out to make the next live service great game.
I never got into Destiny. Never.
It was, for me, I got into it because it was space. Now, obviously, everyone who knows me knows I love space, but it wasn't the space I wanted. It was basically just Halo. And I was like, well, this isn't even as good as Halo. Halo had like a decent story that I was interested in following. I mean, it did come out that there were a lot of content got cut from original Destiny, which the story sounds like it would have been good. And I'm sure people out there who love Destiny are screaming at me now, going, "You don't know. This game was my everything." And I go, "Good for you." Um,
Do you know what's really
so,
interesting is as not so far back as July, they were teasing Destiny 3.
were they?
Yeah,
Jesus.
just reading an article here saying like this is 30th of July to 23. Um, Bungie were teasing through a fresh survey um, that they would be they are looking into making Destiny 3.
I honestly, I'd prefer them to go back to the Halo thing where they just made a massive single player game with multiplayer components. You know, maybe make it so you've got your own war zone. I think that would be better than just churning out, getting the purple weapon that you collect shards to make into a stronger purpler weapon. It's just a bit boring, personally. But I don't play it, so feel free in the comments below to call me a twat. I will read them and then laugh to myself. Um, so, so yes, just moving back onto the bullet points. Employees found themselves locked out of all their accounts, systems, and email before many of them knew they'd been laid off, which is bad, by the way. And that was their first indicator. Others had a short meeting in which they were told they were fired, but also not to tell anyone about it. Others found out about their layoffs were happening on Twitter.
Mate,
Imagine
that's
that.
fucking terrible. That's a joke. That's a joke of a company when you
Yeah.
can't even fucking phone or like call in. You're like you can't have a conversation face to face with someone and just be like, "Look, I'm sorry, we're letting you go." To fucking find out you've lost your job on Twitter, what a scumbag fucking move.
That's a shit move. Employees were often not allowed to say goodbye to other team members or exchange contact info, which had to be done after the fact. Many team/line managers had no idea who was being cut from their teams until it happened. Some teams only lost a few people, where others were decimated.
Do you know what I found out something the other day, right? And this leads into this, and this must be like the cutthroat world of like industry, in this kind of industry. Is I bet you as well when these people were let go and they weren't allowed to say goodbye to team members or whatever. I bet you they were actually told that if they make contact with like members in their other members of their team and everything and else like that they would lose their severance. Because
That's
I was
crazy.
reading a thing the other week about how this guy was like he was seen in the car park talking to two employees of the company
Yeah,
he'd just been let go by, and his boss was using this to take him to court to renege on his severance package, saying that he was trying to poach them
that's
to when
crazy.
he finds a new job that like they would go with him to this new company.
That is
I bet you
crazy.
that's the kind of bullshit that this is kind of having here. No fucking
Yeah,
joke, absolute fucking
it's
joke, man. But
fucking scummy
you
moves,
know,
man. Totally scummy.
like I say, hopefully the employees can find better working conditions,
Yeah,
better company to work for, better development teams, and go on to bigger and better things, and then give
yeah.
a big two fingers up to whoever the CEOs are that have
I hope so.
made this call. Fucking ridiculous,
I hope so,
absolutely
because that is
ludicrous,
crazy.
ludicrous.
The company purposely tried to internally hide just how many people had been fired, and only outside reporting after the fact came up with the plus minus 100 number. It came to light Bungie had fired some incredibly storied veterans from the company, like composer Michael Salvatore. I think he did all like the music for the game.
Hmm.
Uh, there since pre-Halo days, and Lorraine McLeese, who designed the original Halo logo. I mean, it's just some employees' benefits expire at the end of the month, meaning that being fired on the 30th means just a single day of additional coverage for those benefits. Healthcare will continue as Cobra coverage for 3 months, as long as severance. Many employees had unvested shares as a result of the Sony deal that mandated they stayed with the company for a number of years afterwards to collect, but that is null if you leave. That includes being laid off. When that happens, shares revert back to Bungie. Man, mate, this is terrible.
Mate, that's surely that's fucking criminal that you can
That's
be that you because I guarantee those shares were probably in the form of a bonus.
Yeah, yeah.
So, like, wow.
That is
So
honestly
if
that is
you're
crazy.
laid off, your shares revert back to fucking Bungie.
Yeah.
That's mental. That can't. I don't think that'd be allowed in this country.
No, no, like we've got more structured things.
Wow,
Uh,
that's fucking shocking.
So just to put a fine point on this, while Bungie is far from the first company to execute cold mass layoffs, this all sounds more like something out of an investment bank rather than a company that was supposed to be a tight-knit family. Indeed, many of the employees did feel like family to each other, which is why losing one out of 10 friends overnight is so hard on those that remain. But this is the but the way this was all done is a massive source of anger within the company, and the reason so many are willing to talk about what happened and exactly what is going on over there. So this is employees that are like fucking. That is just honestly, guys. Now, I'm not saying you can't enjoy your Destiny game, but just keep in mind when you're mindlessly shooting an alien in that game what someone else has gone through because of the horrific acts of this company. You know, personally, I'd almost say boycott Bungie, boycott Destiny because
It,
of it. Fucking
yeah, the problem is most people who play Bungie ain't even gonna like know the in depth. They're not gonna go and read this article. They're just be like, oh right, Bungie's closing down. Oh fuck shit. Oh, what's the next game I'm gonna play?
exactly, exactly. I'm looking at you, Big Steve.
This is a big classic case of like everything the way the news cycle moves really fast.
Yeah.
Like this is today's news in the gaming world. It'd be forgotten about by something else next week.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's just gonna be yeah, oh yeah, Bungie, oh yeah, that company that once made that game Destiny, yeah, yeah, cool.
That's it. Yeah. Crazy.